All right, I will take over the share screen here and let me know if you can see that I70.
Yep, go for it.
Here we go. All right, and we are back, folks. Great to see you, I70. How you doing tonight, man?
Good, good. How are you?
Good. All right. How's everyone out there in live chat doing?
Great.
Awesome. Let's check everybody out there. Rick Barlew, how are you tonight there, sir? Danny Williams, shout out to you out in live chat. Glad you're doing well tonight. We've got some awesome wrenches out there helping us out. USMC mom, Susie Odom in the house. He Cute, how are you doing? All right, who else do we got in here? Let's do a little roll call tonight here on this fabulous Wednesday evening. Regan's Runners, how are you, man? All right, that mystery man was my father, who's in the house tonight for a while. Jagger Jansen, all right, glad to see you. Gerald Calente behind him. Yes, it was almost Gerald Calente. Oh, that is funny. Medieval Dark Knight, how you doing? Game on. That's right. We're in the house tonight. Going to have a great show, I think. It's been a great day. I don't know if you guys caught all that action in the House committee hearing, but that was fabulous stuff. Bulling on as well, having a good a night there, bringing us a blue wrench as well, and vigilance. And yeah,
we haven't done the ones for the new people lately. Can we check that?
True. Let's check it out there. What do you think there, I70? So everyone who is new to the channel in the last week, throw up a series of ones or one out there so we can easily see you. And everybody else throw out some twos out there so we can easily distinguish the two groups. And make sure you guys out there in live chat welcome all the new listeners to the channel, as we are definitely going to have fresh eyes on us the more and more that truth comes out. All right. Nancy L., how you doing tonight? Phenomenon, great to have you here. Earth Garden Living, Tillman Part 2. All right, let's see here. Here's Jules. The first one out there is a 1, as well as Fred Odalis, another new to the channel listener, and James Scully as well is the 1, fresh listener. Welcome to the channel.
Barb is new.
Another one.
Yeah.
All right, we got lots of new, fresh listeners to the channel. This is great. Another one there is Rowan Returns. New to chat more than channel. All right, we get that. That's great. Then you're starting to add in some content and join in there in our live chat. We like to have interaction there, so make sure that you throw our name out there if you want to bring attention to a question or something like that. So put at Coach Clay or at I70 before there. All right, great to see you guys. Hard Knocks PhD. We got Nam S, Phil Stein, and Shane Preston, Lita Guerrero, sorry, and Kelly B. It's going by here fast now, folks.
Linda and Danny and Anita and Greenest USMC Dragon. How you doing? And Lady Cole, Terry Mock.
Right on. I see Going Concern out there. I also see Terry Mock. Yeah, as well. Peach McLean, Angel Patriot. Nice to see you. Susan Riley, Wampus Cat. How are you tonight, man? All right. Great to see you guys. Q University alums in the house as well.
Wampus Cat in the house.
All right. It's great. Well.
All right, I'm ready for a Q drop. I don't know about you or live chat, but I think we're about ready. I feel like there's a chance.
It'd be great to have some info come out, especially after the hearing today. What did everybody think about AG Bar? I only saw probably half of it, but what's your take, I70?
I watched about 95, 99% of it. And yeah, he's top notch. He can shut them down.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't got a chance with him. They do not outsmart him like some of the other guys that get up.
Yeah, his demeanor and just the way that he took questions and would just kind of toss them off his shoulder there. And, they'd ask a question and there would be some long-winded thing. And he'd go, after all that long-winded thing, and he'd go, what's that? and they could repeat it again, right? It was just great. He's a good actor, for sure.
That Hawaii senator is a joke, man.
Oh, Hirona. I can't stand that Hirona.
Space.
Yeah, nothing against her. It's just something the energy she puts off to me just makes me want to turn the volume down anytime I see her coming to the mic. And I can't believe she gets reelected. Is this not the second or third time she's been in there?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that they just rig it now. I mean, honestly. Look who these people are. They're damn idiots. And they're getting reelected year after year after year.
Well, folks, I forgot to mention out there, we always do take callers throughout the 2-hour show. So make sure you just jump over there into Discord. We have our volunteer pre-screeners, Sosha 321, who's always does a great job and volunteers for us. She will help you get your mic and volume worked out before she bumps you up and ready to go on the show. So it'd be great to have you on here. This is your soapbox, and I'm sure there's lots of news that you guys can come and talk about. So by all means, come and join us, folks. We have anybody in there already, I70?
Negatory. Plenty of room. Pull you right up.
All right, cool. I'm going to take a little link there, that pamphlet's dropping here to us, and check out what he was bringing us attention to.
All righty.
See, while we're chit-chatting. What else is new with everybody that was in live chat there? How's everyone doing? Where's this?
Yes, Ted Cruz did good. There was a couple of them that did real good. I was impressed. Most of the senators did pretty good on the Republican side.
Yeah, I just saw the last little clip of Ted Cruz. It looked pretty spectacular. I'm going to have to watch the rest of it afterwards. Who else did a really good job out there? Live chat. I'll have to show us some other clips. I know Barr himself, I think, just did a great job. All right, there's that clip there. Okay, we've got that set up. All right, let's see everybody in live chat what they're saying there. I don't get to watch Coach Clan obviously, but usually working at this time already. I know Wampus Cat and Greenest McDragon are hard workers. They're always out there bringing news to people, doing a great job. Q University alum, all right. He says, I already tweeted DOJ, Lindsey Graham, and Hirono asking why they don't expel members lobbying disgusting names at bar. Frypan Face called him a liar. Throw her out. All right, that's great.
Yeah, they did. They did kind of run him through the ringer there for a little bit, but he held his own.
Yeah, for me, your volume could be a little bit higher, maybe, or your maybe just be slightly bigger to close to the mic.
I can get it a little closer. How's that?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, live chat. Can you hear me? Give me 5x5 real quick. Not a million of them, just a couple.
All right. Well, shall we jump over and bring us up to date with President Trump tweets?
Let's do it. I don't know if he tweeted much today, but let's go check it out.
We got a good handful or dozen here, so to look at. I will grab the share screen here from us.
Thank you, live chat, for letting me know that you can hear me better now.
All right. And all right, can you see the screen there, I70?
Yep, you're good to go, buddy.
Last one here, or first one for the day, looks like. It's just a link here from Adam Bongino to Paul Pavinsky Sr. Says, I cannot wait to vote for the greatest president ever. That was a retweet there. Came in 15 hours ago. And again, 15 hours ago, looks like here at 3:36 a.m. this tweet came in. So that's about time your president started working for the day. I think, mine probably sleeps in, or in fact, he decided to go across the country and just go surfing last week. Thought that was really neat. So, anyways, here in quotes, President Trump says from Senator Josh Hawley, the Democrats can't come to grips with the fact there was no collusion, there was no conspiracy, there was no obstruction. What would we be focused on is what's been going on in our government at the highest levels of the FBI. End quote there from Senator Josh Hawley.
Yep, he's good.
All right. Susan Riley out there, live chat, says she needs a train ticket to Hawaii. Yes, no doubt. All right, 14 hours ago, it looks like, comes in with another tweet. He says, I am overriding the decommission order of the magnificent aircraft carrier Harry S. Truman, built in 1998. In brackets, fairly new, and considered one of the largest and finest in the world. It will be updated at a fraction of the cost of a new one, in brackets, which also are being built.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Why would you? 1998, man, that stuff lasts forever.
Yeah, well, interesting. You know, why were they decommissioning some of these?
Because they planned on weakening the United States military, maybe? Mm-hmm.
Using weakened steel, perhaps? Right. Sold from the Chinese. I'll throw that out there as well. And all right, Donald Trump here at 4:01 a.m. Eastern Time comes in your Gallup poll. 56% of Americans rate their financial situation as excellent or good. This is the highest number since 2002 and up 10 points since 2016.
Seems kind of high, but
I can tell you that it is not the same situation here in Canada.
Yeah, I think it's.
They have shut down most of the industry, and now that the fact that they've been able to shut down not just the pipelines from getting built, but they're doing this tanker ban. The only oil right now that's coming into the country is from Saudi Arabia. So we're actually using more oil from Saudi Arabia now than even from Canada. So you can think of all the jobs that actually could be working right now in a country that has this amount of oil in the ground. It's pretty upsetting, but I digress here, folks. Go on to the next President Trump tweet. 4:11 a.m. It's a quote from Lou Dobbs. Says, no president in history has endured such vicious personal attacks by political opponents. Still, the president's record is unparalleled. At Lou Dobbs.
I heard it. I forget who was on. I was just walking past the TV. They said what they're doing to Trump is death by 1,000 cuts.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
At least they're attempting to. Yeah, I agree. All right, here's, I think, is the next one here. Is another quote here from, comes up for me, from at Fox and Friends. That came in at 5:06 a.m. Congress must change the immigration laws now. Dems won't act. Wall is being built 400 miles by end of next year. Mexico must stop the march to border. That was to add Fox and Friends. Yeah. We know what's been going on down at the border there, folks. The wall is, it's more than just a wall.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things from happening. Right here at 5:28 a.m.
I got this one.
Sure, man.
Why didn't President Obama do something about Russia in September before November election when told by the FBI, ? He did nothing, and had no intention of doing anything, !
That is true. He did nothing, folks.
Yeah. He set them up. They didn't even warn him.
8 years of moving backwards.
They didn't even warn him.
All right. This one came in 6:03 a.m. He's quite busy here this morning working away. No collusion, no obstruction. Besides, how can you have obstruction when not only was there no collusion by Trump, but the bad actions were done by the other side. The greatest con job in the history of American politics. And that is truly what it is. And the truth will finally get out to everybody who does not believe yet.
Yeah, it's over. I'm with Barr. It's over.
The clip that I saw, the part of the clip that I saw with Ted Cruz, Ted Cruz laid his bomb out there and of words, and Barr started laughing out loud as well. So was I, but that was just funny that he couldn't even hold it in.
Gotcha.
The joke of an investigation. All right, and here's a retweet here from Al Dresser. As a Phoenix firefighter and a member of the IAFF, I was surprised and pleased to learn that the only money that goes to federal elections, Joe Biden, come from the IAFF's firepack.donations. Many of us are going to the union office to cancel immediately. Hashtag firefighters for Trump. All right.
I would hope so.
This next retweet is great. I'll be Barr. Was my letter inaccurate?
No.
Was the media coverage of my letter inaccurate?
Yes.
Oh, so funny. The fact that he chose these people too is just great. Changing the narrative on them all the time. They just. All right, pulling up the next one here. It's another retweet. The Democratic, it's from Eric Trump. Sorry, folks, at Eric Trump. The Democratic Party has no message, accomplishments, or leadership. So all they do is harass my father and our family. Congress, do your job. The American people are sick of your total incompetence. Eric Trump blasts House subpoenas. This is from an article at The Hill. All right, man. Oh,
Hey,
it's true, right?
did you want to do a 925 video?
It's when we get through these ones. Sure, we'll do it about 9:30 or 7 or 9:30. Sorry, yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one tag by Kimberly Smith up there that has a good one on Twitter. I haven't checked it out, but if you get a chance during the video, will you scroll up?
Okay, I will try to find that. Can't see the link right now, but that's okay. I'll keep scrolling.
Hey, Kim, can you tag Coach Clay to that?
Yeah, then I'll see that link easier there for us.
If it ain't too bad, we'll get her up there.
Yeah.
All right.
So next is just another retweet here from Eric Trump that says, at CNN, you might want to rethink your narrative. Clearly, people don't like your message. Truly shocking to me that any of you, especially your executives, still have jobs given these numbers. Hashtag winning. CNN drops to 26% in prime time. Oh, that's funny. Who are some of the shows as well that were above them? It was the
God, Nickelodeon and the Cooking Channel. It's pretty hideous.
Garden Channel was rated above them. And Mark Levin says, audience to CNN, adios. At the same article there, retweeted. Okay, here, another retweet from Tom Fitton. I'll bring this up larger for us. Breaking, Obama knew. FBI admits it found Clinton emails in Obama White House. Exclamation point for sure. Plus, at Judicial Watch is already investigating the investigators. Up to 43 lawsuits now to expose the coup/deep state attack on @real Donald Trump. Mega Judicial Watch update. Man, the last time we talked about this, they had about 32, I think. Now they've got 43 lawsuits going on. This is just fantastic stuff, folks.
Yeah, it is. It's looking good.
All right, 38 minutes ago, he did another retweet, looks like here, from Tom Fitton at Judicial Watch. FOIA disclosures help lead to criminal referral on Russiagate targeting of @real Donald Trump. And that's then linking from John Solomon, who says breaking criminal referral file against Nellie Orr concerning congressional testimony after emails surface showing election year contacts with DOJ.
Interesting.
It's all coming out here, folks. All coming out. Q University alum out there says that Coach Clay there. Dianne Feinstein was so flustered and speechless, she was quaking like an Aspen. In fact, she did not return after break. Lindsay pointed that out. Oh, yeah.
She almost looked scared. She was just.
Maybe she has some another Chinese infiltrator who wipes her tears away. Yeah, I'll have to watch some of these clips of these people. I didn't see any of this this good stuff like this. Most of the stuff I watched was rather kind of boring. All right, boring in the sense that I couldn't stand listening to the Democrats, but it's always great to see Barr because I just love the way that he works. And another retweet here from Judicial Watch: JW announced that it filed a FOIA lawsuit against the DOJ for records of communications and payments between the FBI and former British intelligence officer Christopher Steele and his private firm, Orbis Business Intelligence. Right. Oh, whoa. Scared me there for a minute. I wasn't expecting that.
Right. I'm with you.
I don't want to enlarge that picture. All right. Judicial Watch announced it received 756 pages of newly uncovered emails that were among the materials former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton tried to delete or destroy, several of which were classified. Yeah.
So they got 756 more today.
Right. Wow. Great to see what's in those ones. Man, another one here from Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton appeared on Hannity to discuss the deep state coup effort against real Donald Trump. In quotes, the DNC spent money on this effort to overthrow the president by working with Russia intel. Oh, it's all just churning on those people, isn't it? All the things they've been saying for how many years here? 2 years. Here's the next one here from Judicial Watch. Tom Fitton discusses that Obama, Biden, Clinton, Susan Rice, the DNC, John Brennan, Comey, Clapper, Kerry, McCabe, Loretta Lynch, Peter Strzok, and more need to be investigated by the FBI and DOJ for crimes against @real Donald Trump. Now, here's obviously these are names that are household names for everybody who's been watching the channel here for the last year and a half. And now this is just poetic justice for us to see these names finally coming out in lawsuits and becoming household names in the normies' households as well, right? And here, last retweet here from Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Obama allowed his DOJ and FBI to spy on @real Donald Trump. That's the scandal of our generation and the collusion that needs to be investigated. Mueller pretended that this scandal wasn't an issue, shows you the corruption of the Mueller special counsel. Oh, wow, folks, man, it's coming out. Things are happening. That is for sure. I don't know what you think, I70.
Yeah, I think it's getting good myself.
Yeah. What do you guys think out there in live chat about those tweets here from President Trump today? I think it's pretty awesome stuff, if you ask me. All right. Well, I'm just going to play a little video here before we go to the next segment. Folks, if you're not in the pre-screening room already, make sure you jump in there. If anyone likes to chat, let's see some regular callers even there. Where's Qualico Canada? He usually has something to say for us there. And maybe Regan's Runners wants to step in there and say something. Bolanon, maybe you should. You should come on in. Say hello to us. People, this is your soapbox just as much as it's mine, and it's an honor to be here with you. And I'm just going to play this short little cue video for us, and then we will go to our next segment. All right. Here we go. All right, well, we are back, folks. Hope you guys liked that video. That's right. That first one there, one of the first little brief letters that come up there is, I forget what Q post number, but it was for Donald J. Trump. That was 41020. And what a thing to say, right? From someone in his stature, that no one other is above another. Great thing to say.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Do you want to check out any deep state tweets? See if they've had the
things like that. I just found Kimberly Smith out there. Just dropped that for us. I will pick that up in the live chat if I can do that properly.
Hey, can you drop the link to that last video, please?
Yes, I will try to do that in one brief moment as well.
Danny Williams is asking for that.
Sure, folks. And you can definitely find that right on my YouTube page as well if you want to click up in the top corner there, or where my name is, and go to my page. It's right there as well, but I'll drop that link in 1 sec. Just trying to find this one here for Kimberly, if it works properly.
Looks like it's storming pretty heavy in my area, and the power went out up the street. So if I bleep off here, have fun.
Okay, no problem. Let me share the screen here one more time. And this was, I think it was from Kimberly Smith right there in live chat. Yeah, who brought us this link. Share my screen. Where is it? Sorry, folks.
No problem. It's nice. Nice in half the country. I saw. I was looking at the map. The other is getting some spring showers.
All right. Can you see my screen now there? Looks
yes,
like,
sir.
Senator Grousley. It's from Josh Steed, PhD, up here, at Faith in Football. He says, no, he didn't. Ouch. Let's bring this large and see what he has to say.
Has Bob, he was here, and they said, has Bob Mueller expressed any concerns to you? And he said, no, and I don't know if there are any concerns. He had a letter, he had a phone call. Yeah. The letter clearly says there are concerns. So
he had that conversation, and you heard him say, and I have to assume that Mueller said it to him, that he was only concerned about how the media played it.
Exactly. Laying it out straight here from Mr. Grassley.
Yeah, that shoots holes in all their flippity flopping.
So I think here's where we are. The Democrats and you folks in the media are not concerned about the report. I think you're concerned about the revolt.
Grassley's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty down to earth.
Yeah. We'll go on to the end here.
Weren't what you expected. And I think you were finding out that everybody was sold a bunch of snake oil.
Oh, the snake oil.
Now the jig's up.
Oh, he turned. Oh, man.
Mic drop.
Oh, some of your politicians are just getting to be amazing, man.
I could never see him doing that a few years ago.
No way. No, and I don't think you'd see, how riled up Ted Cruz was today a couple years ago, or how riled up.
Well, he should be riled up because they spied on him too.
That's true. You're completely right. And who else? They're probably spying on everybody.
Yeah, I think there was a couple, but I know one of them was him. So he has a right.
Yeah. People are loving that out there. The gig's up. Smack. Soxley says. Bloom says the jig's up. Bye, Felicia. Mic drop. Mic drop. Boom. USMC mom says out there, I know that was just great. Strutted out Grassley, he cute says. That was amazing. Don't walk away. Oh, it's like in basketball where some guys, Stephen Curry over here shoot a 3-pointer. and start to turn around before the ball's even dropped in the hoop. I mean, just classic. Snake oil.
That was funny.
Turned and walked away. I'm sorry, folks, man. This is great. Oh, Terry Mock out there says they spied on Ben Carson as well.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, that's right.
Rick Gardner was up. The gigs is up. The gig is up. Oh, that was great, Kimberly Smith. Thank you very much.
Hey, I've got Deb 65. I'm going to bring into the room real quick.
Okay, great. All right. Man, that almost made my eyes tear. I was laughing so good on that, Grassley. I can't believe he did that. Think he was thinking about that, or you think he just did that on the spot there? I'm just going to turn around and walk away.
I don't know. He just felt it was right, and he was right. It was right.
Oh, wow. Oh, that
Deb,
was awesome.
can you hear us, Deb?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
5 by 5. Anything on your mind tonight?
Well, I can't remember your guest from last week, but y'all were talking about Nancy Pelosi. And it brought to mind Q drop 6.
Okay, you want me to bring it up here? Then give me a sec here. Do we bring that up for us? 1 sec.
Kim in live chat is giving you another link to pull up on Twitter when we jump back on that. Keep them coming, people.
Yeah, some great stuff there. All right. Sorry, Deb. What was the number that you said again? Q post.
I believe it was Q drop 6.
6. All right.
Back to the beginning.
I will share screen here.
An oldie but a goodie.
Here we are, Q post 6. Do you want me to read it out first, Deb, or do you just want to comment on it?
You can read it out if you want.
Sure, yeah, let me read it out just for folks who might not be watching the channel but are just listening in to the radio show. I'll give it. So Q post 6, it came in on, looks like the 29th of October, 2017. All right. Q says, some of us come here to drop crumbs. Just crumbs. POTUS is 100% insulated. Any discussion suggesting he's even a target is false. Follow Huma tomorrow. POTUS will not be addressing Nation on any of these issues as people begin to be indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons. To suggest this is the plan is false and should be common sense. Focus on military intelligence / state secrets and why might that be used versus any 3-letter agency? What special counsel decision opened the door for a sitting president to activate what must be showed? Why is POTUS surrounded by generals? Again, there are a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. This was a hostile takeover from an evil, corrupt network of players, in brackets, not just Democrats. Don't fool yourself into thinking Obama, Soros, Rothschilds, Clintons, etc. have more power present day than POTUS. Follow the money. It's the key. What is Pelosi's net worth by way of one example? Why, coincidentally, is her memory apparently going? Cover for possible future indictment to plead what? Oh. What if John M. never had surgery and that was a cover for a future out if needed against prosecution? Why did Soros transfer his bulk public funds to an NP? Note this to a nonprofit. Note this doesn't include massive slush funds that are pulled by several higher ups. Why did Soros' son have several meetings with Canadian Prime Minister, and how is that related to Clinton's? Oh, very interesting. Why is MS-13 a priority? Should people pay such gangs to kill opponents, and why / how to insulate against exposure? The truth is mind-blowing and cannot fully be exposed. These people are evil. Operation Mockingbird. Wow, that was great. Man, I need to go back through some of these really old posts here because it's awesome. So much information in some of this stuff. It's just great. So, Deb65, were you pulling up anything in particular? Was that about Nancy Pelosi in there, or?
Yeah, I can't remember what your guest caller was, or your guest speaker was talking about last week, but I know he mentioned Nancy Pelosi, and it was like, well, and this triggered this particular post about her, quote unquote, memory going, and I don't know. There was something about a month or so ago about her being led out of the White House, and speculation was whether or not she had been drinking. And I was kind of like wondering if that might have been kind of a precursor, just kind of she's starting to drop her own breadcrumbs about maybe she's too ill.
Very interesting. Wouldn't doubt me that she was trying to sneak a little whiskey off the table there. Get a little sniff in there as you go at lunchtime.
Could be. Well, I figured it's one or two things. She's either doing it to kind of give her way out because she's scared, or she's just really starting to hit the drink because she's scared,
Well, we know just from her tabs up on the airplane there that the state airplane that she's been flying in, that's how much she's been spending on booze. So I don't think that's even a question. But that might be part of it. She needs to have a little, a couple of shots there to get in front of people and be able to speak more easily. She would not be the first person who would need to do that, to speak in front of a lot of people. I kind of found interesting in this Q post here, folks, the one obviously about my country here. Why did Soros? Because there's not that much information about Canada in any of these posts. So this is interesting. Why did Soros' son have several meetings with Canadian PM, and how is that related to Clinton's? Well, I do know that Mr. Trudeau donated taxpayer money to the realm of, I don't know, I think it's 20 or 30 million to the Clinton Foundation. And I've seen the pictures of him, with Alex Soros, and I've seen the pictures of him with Elder Soros as well. But anybody else out there in live chat, some Canadians out there that might have some opinion about this? Why is that related to the Clintons? Is it just about the donations he was making, or? I don't know. See what people might say out there.
Hey, post 179 has the word Act 2 in it.
Okay, let me just jump over to there. You said, 179?
Yeah.
Search over there. Let's check that out. That came in on November 21st, 2017. So this, all right. All right, that's one of the newer ones. Sorry, older ones. Spreadsheet anon. Look at all this stuff. Okay, this is, here we go. What stringer was provided 2 days prior to event? And then there's a interesting thing here of underscore conference, or CONF underscore D dash TT underscore little up symbol underscore V891 underscore 0600 underscore yes. And below that, underscore green 1 underscore 0600 0600. Below that, bunker apple yellow sky. And then brackets .. +1. Huh. Below there, confirm.
Yeah. Hey, jump down to the bottom where it says Shadow War. This is the one where I'm pretty sure this is the one where that pilot Green wrecked trying to get the Rothschild. I may have been mistaken, but I thought it was tied to that other one, but it may not be.
Shadow War? Where does it say that?
Down at the second half of it. But this, I think this is I got the wrong number here. Oh. I apologize. My bad.
All right, still, this is pretty interesting. Oh, here, it's Shadow War. It says right here, you're right. Act 2, Scene 4. Movie idea, thoughts, in brackets. in brackets, characters. Good guy, in brackets, pilot of helicopter. Bad guy, pilot of plane. Targets, on ground and in home. In brackets, story. Upon receipt of the go code, good guy flies during a blackout window provided by unknown agency with/unknowns, ordinary people by the look of it, to a select location, in brackets, regarding a highly classified mission, in bracket, who was given the go order by X to execute, and then in brackets, delivery in a -3 for care. Bad guy intercepts message due to rogue operator embedded in tactical observation unit and takes out good guy by top-down invisible attack. Mission failure. Encore. What has since occurred by targets? Q.
Hey, live chat says Nellie Orrs just got indicted.
Or the release of her sealed indictment, perhaps.
Bolanon says he's surprised that Nellie didn't announce for her run for president today. That's a good one. That's funny.
Yeah. That's funny. Wow, this Q post is pretty interesting. So what did you have to say about this I70, or was there something about it that people
Nothing. I was just looking for act. I was just going through and pulling up the word act, and I thought I had something I didn't. But there's quite a few with that word in there. But it also picks up half the word sometimes. But
oh, very cool. All right.
hey, will you go to John Solomon's Twitter?
Okay. I'm just going to flip over there. He said, where is my Twitter page? There we go. John Solomon. Someone out there in live chat was bringing our attention to this one.
Yep, that would be Derek Jinks.
Anyone in particular that he wanted us to talk about here?
Go back to the top. Maybe it's the latest one.
Last one here came in 1 hour ago, and it says, I'll bring it up larger for people to see. Alan Dershowitz says, Barr is right, Mueller is wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, folks, if you hear me chuckling in the background. I am just, I kind of giddy tonight over, winning. When winning happens, I end up being in a good mood. It's more and more people each day are out here in the public talking about truth and the president being right. And this is just great stuff here, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for pulling that up.
Oh, and here's this last one 2 hours ago. I'll bring that up as well. Just here, breaking the criminal referral filed against Nellie Orr concerning congressional testimony after emails surfaced showing election year contact with DOJ. Well, and now we know that not only was there a criminal referral, but now she's indicted. Is that what you're saying here?
Correct. Oh, that's what somebody posted.
That is fast, All right. Well, let's while we're up on here, let's flip over to a few other people. Let's see if deep state characters want anything to say to us tonight. Any projection out there that we should be aware of? Oh, here, Adam Schiff.
Oh, great.
5 hours ago. I'm going to read it out to you guys. After watching Attorney General Barr's torturous explanations for a long list of misrepresentations, it's clear Barr views himself as Trump's lawyer, not America's lawyer. He was hired with an agenda to protect Trump, and Barr, like his boss, is grossly unfit for office. Oh.
Going with that one now, huh? Yeah, unfit.
13 hours ago, he also says, Attorney General Barr should resign. He misled the American people with his inaccurate summary of Mueller's report. Then he misled the Congress when he denied knowledge of Mueller's concerns. Oh, concerns, folks. How can he be trusted to impartially administer justice? Oh, the short answer is he don't care.
Hey, check that, Clay. It's just a referral, not an indictment.
The indictment has not come. Thank you, live chat, for that correction. It's great to have the info coming from our hive mind out there.
Keep me straight.
Yep. So it's just a criminal referral. So we know what's coming next, folks. We know what's coming. The sealed indictment's probably already been out there for months.
Susie Odom dropped a boom, she said. So if you want to check that one out, it just just went through live chat 33 times.
Yeah.
No, just 5. I like to do that. That way people don't miss it. Because, man, that live chat gets moving fast.
Well, as we know, there we go. Paste that. Coming in from it's a false link. Her link did not work for me. Let me bring it up the other way. Let's see if it works. There we go. It's from the Dirty Truth there, aka the Real Dirty. Sarah Carter. I think this is going to be a very expensive investigation. This is not just a fraud on the FISA courts. It's a fraud on the American voters. And wasn't some information came out about the FISA judge too that, what was it now? Something I can't remember. I'll have to go back and try to find that article. Yeah. Best naughty ever, says that Coach Clay. Honey Badge bar, don't care. Honey Badge, that's great. Was there more here on this thread? All right, from the Dirty. Part 1 is officially over. Now part 2 officially begins. It will be investigating the investigators. All right. Hannity says it's not going to be over in a day, week, or month. It's going to take about a year to get through this. Well, we will see, because in my opinion, I think all of this kind of needs to be wrapped up prior to 2020 becoming a year, because then they can spout off that it's election meddling or whatever type of thing that they want to do to try to change the narrative. So I think a lot of the stuff we are going to see come out this year, folks. I don't know about you. What do you guys think out there? Wishful thinking out there, says Lincoln Logs. Excellent work from the Dirty. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. It is. He's been doing great. He's been getting linked up to a lot of people. And the Matrix has been linking into some of his tweets, as well as, I think, what was the other big one I saw? There was a big character out there who linked one of his tweets. So he's doing a good job spreading the information out. I guess I dropped the share screen here for us. Pick that up again. And who else there should we check to see if who's been spouting out some garbage for us to look here? Mr. Scowlface. Let's see. See if he said anything to say the last few days. No, he's kind of kept quiet here. Texted in tweeted in April 23rd, the last one. Just imagine if we had a president who did not live in constant fear of being exposed as a fraud, who did not have to obstruct justice to survive politically, and who had the intelligence, integrity, and leadership skills to address America's many important challenges. Oh, it's almost like Mr. Brennan takes out, and it's like when he goes to hit translate, instead of translating a language, he actually, it translates projection for him. So he writes out, President Trump is a very good leader. He does many things for the country. He's been great for the world. And then he hits his projection button, and this is what spouts out, because he just can't say anything, man. No. Anything good. I'm going to click over here, James Comey, see if he said anything. No, here's another one here. Writing this 8 hours ago. Writing this brought me no joy, he says. I'm sad for our country. Oh, here, an opinion article from James Comey. So now he's writing the co-op here for the NewYorkTimes.com. How Trump co-ops leaders like Bill Barr. Wow, I can't believe New York Times is giving this guy a platform to write about.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that that newspaper's crazy. So
Bringing up this next one here, fresh in. Part 1 is officially over. Now part 2 officially begins. It will be investigating the investigators. That's what we just saw. That's what we just saw. I was ahead of you guys. Oh, clicking up the links. Go back here. Anything else that James Coleman said today? No, nothing else interesting. Oh yeah, although he's getting a lot of talk out there about this tweet that he sent out. Did you see what people were saying about this, Deb? 65 or I70? This one here. Sorry, I'll bring up.
yes, the one with the jihad.
Yeah, the jihad is right in the top thing here, but he also kind of put out 5 different places of potential FF locations.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty interesting too. Well, and James Comey, it looks like he had a similar upbringing and career prior to going to bigger that Prime Minister Trudeau had. Prime Minister Trudeau was a substitute high school teacher, and so was Mr. Comey. And then he went on to the FBI director, and Mr. Trudeau went on to be a feminist prime minister. Oh, great.
Lucky you.
Oh, it's only a few more months before he's voted out. The last poll that came in, and we all know as well that polls are so shady, so I'm not bringing any clout to them. But the last poll, which was from the CBC, which is the state-run news organization here, the Canadian Broadcasting Company. That's the one that Justin Trudeau spent $600 million of Canadian taxpayer money to make sure that they would spout all good news about him. They came out the other day with a poll that was showing the Conservatives at 40% at this point, and the Liberals coming in at 27%. So they are well back, and it's not really even into the election cycle too far in.
Well, that's good news for you. Hey,
Shout
I
out
heard
to Karen Kins out there. How you doing tonight, Patriot? Sorry, I-70, what were you saying?
I heard that
Something about Trudeau?
yeah, what did I hear? Darn it, I'll think about it.
Yeah, it'll
I'll
come
get back with you on there. I suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit.
Oh, yes. Regan's Runners out there says, I love that he spent 15 minutes filling sandbags, longer than he will be prime minister. Oh, man, that little clip of him doing that. Did I show you guys that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, man, that was classic. That guy's going viral as well. Yeah. Never misses a photo op. And, yeah, it doesn't look like any...
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you.
Tell me.
I heard Scaramucci went.
You heard what? Sorry?
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready now, really?
I'm ready.
Okay. I heard Scaramucci went to school with Rod Rosenstein. Now, I don't know if they were in the same year or if it was high school or college. Live chat can help me out there, but I thought that's pretty weird if true. I don't have the sauce. I just heard that today on the TV somewhere.
Very interesting.
I did think that was weird.
There's probably a few different instances where people have gone to the same university and or maybe even in the same year in some instances. Sorry for the noises there.
What you doing?
We got new POTUS tweet just came in here 4 minutes ago.
All right, let's check it out.
I brought it up. It's sitting here for us waiting, and it is an opinion from the Wall Street Journal, looks like .com. And President Trump has retweeted it. I'm going to bring it up here. Click on it here. And it is from by the editorial board.
Why don't you just read that article?
I'm going to read it.
Since it just came out. All right.
Yes. Yes, sir, Patriot. I am on the ball here. Here we go. It says, title of it, A Real Attorney General. Bill Barr gets smeared for refusing to duck and cover like Loretta Lynch. All right. And it says, Washington pylons are never pretty, but this week's political setup of Attorney General William Barr is disreputable even by Beltway standards. Democrats and the media are turning the AG into a villain for doing his duty and making the hard decisions that Special Counsel Robert Mueller abdicated. Are we even going to be able to get this one? I got to sign up to read the full article on this junk.
No, you can get it. Read the full story. Go down right there.
Yeah, I got to subscribe or sign in.
Oh my God, Wall Street.
I forget how Q told us that one time.
You need to clear out your browser.
How to get through the cookies or whatever it is. I forget.
You got to clear out your browser. You got to
do that.
Browser. Huh? I don't know.
I don't know how to do that. So we're off of that article. That was enough. But we know what's going on here, folks. That's the next play, is to try to spin this against William Barr here. And the Attorney General, who was, what, Attorney General, again, 20 years ago he was Attorney General? He's already, right? He's been in this Department of Justice for how many years? There's no way for them to spin this guy bad, no matter which way they try to do it. And in fact, I think the more that they continue this on, the more they're going to annoy him. He doesn't look like the guy. He looks pretty easygoing until he gets annoyed, if you ask me. Oh. University alum says, well, Scaramucci certainly aged much better than RR. Oh, man.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
All right, what else were we looking at there? Sorry, I dropped the screen there again. Was there anybody else that people wanted us to bring attention to for deep state tweets to look at while we're on the Twitter page? Look over here.
I got nothing. Bill.
All right. Does he saying anything either? No, he's not spouting anything. A lot of these people are starting to.
Yeah. Did you see him and Hillary in that little interview they did?
No, I did not.
They were in an interview a couple days ago, and he didn't look that good. And they were just kind of bashing, Trump, their whole MO for the rest of their lives now.
Right. Wow. Well, I'm going to stop the share there for a moment there, folks, so I can check over in Discord there. Looks like there's a couple things there for me to check out. All right. And click on this. It looks like it's from Regan's Runners. Sent you Lindsey Graham and Senator Hirono. Okay. Copy that over here. Let's check this out, folks.
We should play a couple videos. We usually don't do that, so we should catch up on some of the neater videos out there.
Yeah, you got something. You got something in mind?
Negative, just like any pro Trump Q / video.
Looks like this video he sent the link here to us. There's you see the screen there?
Yep.
Make it bigger here for us. This is some Regan's Runners here, guys. And volume looks okay. I'll pause it here in between. Well.
Meet Jeff and Alexis. They live in Vaughan, outside of Toronto.
Jeff and Alexis drive got me, folks. It got me.
You'll have that from now
work every day because they can't afford anything closer. They have 2 cars, a minivan that's getting a little older, and a mid.
Skip ad. Okay, one click here. I've got to share that screen once more. Am I still sharing the screen?
Let me check here. Nope, not that I know of.
There we go. Sorry there about that, folks. A little technical difficulty. Get him some.
I see it.
All right, full screen here.
Look, if you're just going to go back to whether or not it's crime, you're telling me that it's okay. Let me ask you, The last question that I have in 17 seconds. Do you think it's okay for a president to offer pardons to people who don't testify against him, to threaten the family of someone who does? Is that okay?
She just annoys me. Just really annoys me.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch him in some silliness. Ain't gonna work.
When did he offer a pardon to someone?
I think you know what I'm talking about. Please.
What do you mean?
Please, Mr. Attorney General, give us some credit for knowing what the hell is going on around here with you.
Not really. To this line of questioning.
So
listen, you've slandered this man.
Yeah, what I sort of want to know is how do we get?
Let's go back up there.
Yeah, they all three talk over.
Pardon me, sorry?
They all three talk over each other here for a little bit.
Okay, all right.
To this line of questioning.
So
listen, you've slandered this man.
Yeah, what I sort of want to know is how do we get to this point?
I do not think that I'm slandering anyone.
All I can say,
Mr. Chairman, I am done. Thank you very much.
And you slandered this man from top to bottom. So if you want more of this.
Wow, that was bad, eh? Jeez. She's terrible.
Yes, you're not going to get it. If you want to ask him questions, you can't.
Certainly have your opinion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, General Barr, for being here today. We really appreciate your time. I want to talk.
He was done. That was it.
Yeah, she's not well liked by live chat. Let's just put it that way. And most of the continental U.S. and any other country except for communist one.
Go ahead, Deb.
I just found it interesting how she was really projecting, that's everything that Hillary Clinton did was, everything that she's saying that the other side was doing.
Yeah. Seems to be their big MO.
Karen Kins out there says she's a piece of work, a lot like HRC. Yeah, I'll bet. How you doing out there, Georgie Rain? Nice to see you. Yeah, best nanny ever. She is horrible. Man, you guys need to vote her out in Hawaii. Vote her out. That should be the thing going on.
Yeah, they definitely need to check their voting booths and make sure they're not rigged, because she's definitely not doing them any favors.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, a little news today in my area. Yesterday we had the FBI in Dayton announced that there were 4 indictments on some city officials. One was an ex-council member for my city, and then moved down to Dayton and started some projects with the city of Dayton. And evidently they're in trouble for another one was a city commissioner, another one was a businessman, and I believe another commissioner. But they've all been charged, and it was a pretty neat interview when the FBI was talking, because they said that they actually gave out the tip line number and said, please report any local corruption. There will be many, many more indictments coming in the near future. So I thought that pretty telling that that it looks like they're going down, because look, they're starting to educate the people like they were educating the people on the sex abuse stuff a little bit at a time. So remember, 3 years ago, there was no sex cases whatsoever. And then there's a couple, and then Charlie Rose and these guy from PBS. And then, it just gets, it just snowballed to where now it's kind of common. Well, they're starting to do that, I believe, with like city officials in Texas got charged, Denver, I know, area, Baltimore mayor's on the run, same type of thing. Now they did Dayton. So I wonder how many others go unreported that are going on right now, because Ray did visit all the field offices while he was in his first year. And I just think that it is starting. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and what a thing for Ray to have done, it to visit every single field office there, and for what reason as well would you do that?
Yeah, it's Dayton. It's Dayton, Ohio. If you guys want to look it up. But the way he said many, many more to come, I was like,
okay. Starting to work its way out through the smaller areas, perhaps first, before some of these bigger names get their perp walk.
Yep, got to get the people used
there
to it.
Says the indicted judge was a biggie. Yeah, that was for sure.
Yeah, that's one too.
Mm-hmm.
But just a year ago, you would never see these people getting brought up.
For sure. All right.
So live chat.
Live chat is nice, easy, cool. They're relaxed tonight. Just bringing in some news for us. Seems like they're checking everything out. It's been a fast night already. Only 45 minutes left. The first hour and a bit just blew right by. I had some family still here at the beginning of the show, so that was nice. That's right. Mark S. says Justin Trudeau gets his perp walk in October for the federal election. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to say goodbye to Mr. Trudeau. We will see, though, if the incoming Conservative government is comped globally as much as Mr. Trudeau, or if not. People are trying to figure out right now in our country.
I did find it interesting during that FBI interview the other day here in Dayton. The Cincinnati office, I believe, did the investigation. Just in case they had, in case they had moles, I guess. I don't have sauce on that. It's just they did mention the Cincinnati unit versus, and I know there's a Dayton office, but they did not mention that office.
Right.
But they did give that office phone number out for the tip line. I thought that was kind of funny. Got to make them nervous.
Right. Oh, we got another donation here from Mr. Trudeau. Karen Kins out there says that Trudeau just gave $130 million to Toyota. All right, that's great. This is what he's been doing to buy votes and corporate lobbyists and stuff, whatnot, in the last little while. Add that to he donated $12.5 million to Loblaws for them to upgrade their coolers. All right. And Loblaws had a net revenue last year of $143 million. So they made $143 million in pure profit, but they couldn't afford $12 million in coolers and refrigerators. And that was under the guise of the carbon tax, because they said that they were going to reduce their emissions with these new coolers by 12%. So therefore, they got the donation from the federal government. Another one that they donated was a few odd million to some maple syrup manufacturers in Quebec. Quebec being one of those provinces that he really needs to buy. So yeah, it's just one thing after another here in terms of donations of taxpayer money by Mr. Trudeau here.
Yep. Why'd you let that happen?
Well, at that point in time, it was kind of what happens sometimes in your country, where thinking of voting the one evil out for the lesser of the two evils. I mean, that's what happened for a lot of people with Obama, right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's how they do it.
The conservative government of Stephen Harper was here in Canada, and he was doing a bunch of globalist stuff, as well as signing away a lot of our patriot rights in terms of some of their bills. He signed through the exact same Patriot Act type of bill that you guys have down there here in Canada. which basically states that at any point of time they could come to my door and detain me for any length of time without having to tell me where I am, why I'm being detained, tell my family or anything like that. So that's one of those things that Mr. Harper put through for the globalists. So when we thought, well, let's get him out, we got to vote them out. So that's when they threw out this guy, young fella Trudeau, who had a dad who was already prime minister, and they floated it all fluffy and nice for people. So they voted him in, being the lesser of the two evils. So what we're hoping now is that this conservative government is not the same thing, so that we're just voting Justin Trudeau out just to get this next globalist in, because that ain't going to work for us. We do have a populist nationalist leader here in Canada, and he's right along the same lines as your president down there. His name, is, as I've said here on the show before, is Maxime Bernier. He started a national party called the People's Party of Canada, and he's definitely getting more and more eyes on him the more information that he brings out. If you guys check out his Twitter feed, all of his tweets are very on point. They're crony capitalism and all this other stuff with immigration, et cetera, et cetera. The only difficulty will be in this short period of time of less than a year now for him to garner enough votes to actually be voted in. It would be very difficult. This might just be the start for that party, and then he might have a really good shot at it next time. By all means, I'm going to be voting for him there. I don't care if what people are saying in terms of a split of the vote, because to me, as I was just explaining, it's voting one lesser evil of the other. It's not going to help us as a country. We actually need to get someone in. And which doesn't really happen with down in your country in terms of you're only having those two parties. With us having a third party into the system there, and the fact that it might affect it where one party might not get the majority vote, what that will do is give the minority parties that we have in here actually some ability to still affect reform. So that's a good thing about having a non-majority party win. So, which might happen with the Conservatives. They might knock the Liberals out, but they might not win a majority. But we'll see. But yeah, there's lots of people out there right now in the live chat that are definitely commenting on there. Edward Thomas Sayatera, Maxime Bernier is the only hope for Canada. And I'm sure there'll be some more comments about him. We actually have out there one of our fellow patriots and long time in the family Patriot Soapbox member, Susie Bernier, who is a far-time cousin of Maxime Bernier. So that's really good for her to be having such a patriot in her family. And
yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd love to have him on and onto the show. I just don't know if someone like that is too big for the platform at this point, or if that might be a point where his political opposition would be able to try to use it against him, coming on to such a free speech platform as that we are on here, right? One of the really good, he did an interview recently with Rick Rubin on the Rick Rubin Report, if anybody watches Rick Rubin, which was very interesting. It gives a good explanation of his background and stuff as well. He comes from an entrepreneurial background in the finance district and stuff, similar to President Trump. So I'd love to hear what President Trump actually has to know, if they know each other or if they've dealt with each other. That would be interesting.
He does know a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. President Trump's done so much business and even with all the charities and other things that he's worked with over the years, they might have met up in something like that. So Maxime Bernier has been a long time politician. Well, not long time. He's probably been in the system for about 10 years. Before that, he was in the financial district. But so he's not a career politician like some of these people are as well. So I think he's Dave Rubin. Sorry, Karen Kins is correcting me out there at the Rubin Report. Yeah, check that one out, folks. Because the more people that spread news or information about a fellow like Maxime Bernier, who is going to work together with your country really well in terms of trade and everything else, the more better that all of us can be. And I don't think there's there's a Canadian out here in our population that couldn't and shouldn't have a job out here in terms of all the businesses and the entrepreneurship and other things that can happen out there. It's just that these people that we know who we're talking about have been able to shut off industries left, right, and center and prevented jobs from happening. They've stopped entrepreneurship with corporate tax or other type of small business taxes. And yeah, I could just keep going on. So the doors are going to start opening up more and more. The more that President Trump and other good governments work with him, not against him. Yeah.
Yep, it's definitely going to get snowballing from here. I just see nowhere but up.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, Deb? Do you have any thoughts about Canada or things that are going up here? Do you ever watch any stuff like that?
Have you ever had maple syrup?
Sorry, I really don't get a chance to see anything about Canada except what's on the soapbox. So, not really.
Right. Well, I70 asked, have you ever had a Canadian maple syrup?
I can't say that I have.
Oh, no, you're missing out. Missing out there. You got to check that out.
Yep. My favorite.
Bloom out there in live chat says, thoughts on Faith Goldie? Love her. Faith is really good. She's got her own platform going now on YouTube. And for me, she's one of my favorites out there. But my most favorite Canadian researcher out there right now is definitely Amazing Polly. Compared to Faith Goldie, Amazing Polly really dives deep into every subject that she takes forth. And she really does not seem to be trying to get attention for herself in terms of being a public face or being a celebrity or anything like that. All that she seems to do is just want to bring out deep dive research stuff, man. And it's pretty on the point stuff. I don't know if you guys in live chat watch Amazing Polly's videos, but I would definitely be checking her stuff out, man. She gets into the Nexium information, but then she pulls out names that people haven't, even people names we haven't really been talked about in Nexium here, right? Or I could name another subject, and she just she's really good. So that's my favorite Canadian kind of researcher YouTuber out there right now, folks.
There is another one. I don't know if I can say her name out there, but she's from Canada. Have you heard of Sheila Zielinski?
No, I haven't. I'm going to write that name down. Sheila Zielinski. I will definitely pick that out. And I know some people in live chat are asking about Amazing Polly and that. I know I have. I sent out a tweet and asked Amazing Polly a while ago, about a couple weeks ago or so, if she would want to come on the Patriot Soapbox for an interview. But she came back saying that she doesn't usually stray too far away from her channel and doing stuff, which to me just kind of shows again that she's not really trying to gain much notoriety. She just really wants to do the work she's doing, which is great. But by all means, folks, I think it'd be great if some people maybe went over to her Twitter page and maybe gave a little nudge, hint, suggestion to come on the I70 and Coach Clay show. That would be great. Maybe that'll help us out. Snag one of the only interviews that she maybe does. I'd be excited for that. So sorry about that, Deb.
Plant the seed, live chat. Plant the seed, live chat.
That's right. Plant the seed.
I know Sheila Zielinski has interviewed with Praying Medic a time or two.
Okay. I got that written down here on my notepad. I'll check her out after. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, what else is happening out there? I know we don't have any Q posts from this day and time for today. I think there's a few from the day before and a few for the day after. Let's go over and check those out just to see if we have any relation to some of what's going on nowadays.
Sounds good. I think there's a couple.
So I've got the share screen here. Right, and Regan's Runners out there says, Coach Clay, best interview would be me, ready. Oh, All right, well, come on in.
We got a call-in show, chicken.
Yeah. Kumi out there says, Coach Clay, hello, friend. Glad you and I-70 are here. Me too, man. I'm very glad I'm here. I am honored to be here with all you great Patriots out there. Hey, Jackie Uberall out there says, Billy Joyce from Canada. Well, he's another good researcher. You are right, Patriot. Yeah, Billy Joyce is good. Check him out. And look at here, M. New York says, sorry, Coach Clay, coalition governments do not really work very well. Just look at the mess British Columbia government is in my honest opinion. No, I agree with you there, Patriot.
Yeah, you will definitely agree with.
I played that video on our last show, but we could probably do that at the very end if I remember to do that. That was very cute, that little 8-year-old doing AOC. Oh, there's Susie Bernier out there in live chat. Great Patriot there. Says I70 at Coach Clay. I am still waiting for Maxime to get a hold of me. If I get a chance to talk to him, I'd like him to come on PSB. Love my Canadians, friends, and family. I know. Well, and I've been lucky enough. I have retweeted Mr. Bernier's some of his really good tweets recently, and he has now followed me back. So now I might try to slide a little message there over to him and offer to use our platform. It would be great to have such a well-known Canadian politician to come aboard. I mean, some of the names that we've had on this platform are just amazing now, folks. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, Deb65 or I70, but I mean, we had, Terry Donovan had Bill Benny on the other day. I mean,
yeah, that's awesome.
Technical director of the NSA, man. I mean, that is
phenomenon once on.
Right? And all these other names that we've had on here are just the name. Not that they are so valued guests that it just now has come into this bigger picture of what the Patriot Soapbox is. It's basically the one place where anybody can come and speak their mind, right? From any other platform that they're on or come from. This is the central hub. And that's a fantastic thing, I think, folks.
Yep. Susie Odom just put breaking HRC tonight on MSNBC suggested Democratic presidential candidates call on China to interfere in the 2020 election and even hack into the IRS and release President Trump's tax returns. Interesting. Hey, I've got Phenomena in the room too.
Hey, can you hear me?
5x5.
How you doing, Phenomena? Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. You guys totally hooked me up the other night. That was a great interview you guys had.
Oh yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, Dustin Nemos was great to have on, man. He's so level-headed and easygoing. It was just talking like he was a friend I've known for a while. You know, it was really natural.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully I can be. Usually when I get on air, I get a little bit excited and talk too fast. I talk really fast in regular everyday life. It's even worse when I get on air typically. But I'll try to be,
You're 5x5, buddy. No big deal.
So what do you got for us, Phenomenon? What do you got? What, something to say?
I tried to call into the to the Pam and 412 show earlier, and it seems like there was a theme going on. I want to tell everybody out there, first of all, they need to get in here and call you guys. If they're not in Discord already, figure it out. But okay, hang on, let me look at my notes here real quick.
No problem.
Hey, while you do that, I just want to let everybody know that Drunken Pinata is also in the room. Say hi to everybody, Drunken Pinata, while he gets his notes together, please.
Certainly. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, sir. How you doing, Drunken Pinata?
Pinata is always really good on the show. Maybe I should just back out now. But no, I just want to say, that I think we all have something to. I never even understood what is it. I knew there was something I was supposed to be doing, and now that I'm getting the Tampa meetup, which I'm not trying to promote because we're already kind of full up. They're you know, everybody has a role in this. We're all doing something. Everybody that says there's no arrest, which is BS, because like, you know, don't even, you know, there's been a lot of arrests. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I just want people to get like feel empowered to, you know, this is, we are actually making a difference.
I totally agree with you, Patriot.
Just to add to that, you know, you're absolutely right about that. One of the biggest things that everyone's going to have to be called upon to do is that if things keep progressing the way we understand them to be, we are going to be the rock, we're going to be the source, we're going to be the absolute necessity for everybody around us. And that's bigger than we can all imagine at the moment. I mean, just think about how close you are to any part of your family or any part of your friends circle, any kind of those circles, and just extend that out, even to people you may went to high school with or on Facebook or on whatever platform they're on. At some point in time, people are going to be coming to people like us that have been following this from day one, can document it, can prove it, and really and tell them that what's going on. And that's one of the reasons why it was started to begin with, because you know that's the first time there's going to be that first high profile arrest will be the calls for Trump's a dictator and all that kind of stuff, and just so on and so on.
Oh my God, you're the first person I've ever heard say that. As soon as they actually do start happening, that is the first thing they're going to do. And when people start actually waking up, we will be necessary. But when that first happens, that is exactly what they're going to do.
Hey, the 4 guys that happened to get indicted, the first 4 here in Dayton, happened to be African American. And the first question asked the guy during the news conference was if they were singling out African Americans because they were all the same, the first 4. And I think for the news to go straight to the race card, the first question, I was like, oh my God, it's like a script.
Well, just watch Candace Owens. She destroys people for doing that exact same thing, but we know that, but they don't. They don't get it.
Right. The average viewer does not get it.
I have like several like I said, I don't want to promote the Tampa meeting because we're already pretty much full. The meeting room is full, and it's going to be like kind of out of control already as it is. But
that's awesome.
I have several people that are new to Q. They don't understand all this. We're going to be red pilling some people there, and there's going to be other people there that have never ever met any other Q people. They've never been to Patriot Soapbox. They've never been to any, and they feel alone. This is important. What we're doing is important.
No, I totally agree with you. That's awesome. It's great that Patriots are getting together in these types of meetings and whatnot. I think that's awesome stuff, folks.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. All righty, I've got Reagan's runner that I just brought into the room.
That was Phenomenon who just called in there for us.
Yeah,
folks.
good call. Thank you, Phenomenon.
Awesome. How you doing, Regan's Runners?
Well, I had to call in because I just got called a chicken on YouTube.
Did you hear that?
Oh, crap, man.
That was I70. Let me just throw it out there.
It was I70, I know. And I had my mother-in-law just call. Then she's calling me a chicken. I can't believe this. It's terrible.
Damn it. Sorry, buddy. I didn't want to ruin your street cred.
I know, street cred gone. But you are what you eat, right? I love chicken. So,
I'm glad you did call in, though. How you been?
I've been good. I've just been quiet on the chat mostly, just kind of soaking it all in and just waiting for the drop to happen. And it seems like, just there's so much going on. And Phenomenon brought up a good point that I wanted to bring up. And it was on the same lines that, for years, I've been, I grew up in a liberal state of Oregon, and I've been shut down every which way, just for being a conservative guy. And it comes to a point where you got a red pill right now, because even the ones that may jump to your side, that's great. But it's the ones that are going to be blind to it till the very end. And they're going to be looking for somebody to reach out to that has their crap in order. And I just think, I finally found a place where I can relate, which is great. But just watching this stuff is amazing. And I got to tell you, I'm a trained interrogator. And when I watch these senators, talking to William Barr today, right, it's so funny, because one of the lessons of an interrogator is you're not supposed to show emotion or become aggressive or cut people off, because the best ones to get information from are the ones that are going to, spew from the mouth. And what they did today was exactly what they shouldn't do. And it's all desperation. It's all absolute desperate. Anytime I was put into a corner as an interrogator and somebody was beating me at my own game, sometimes you just have to stop and regroup. But you get agitated, and when you're losing, you become very agitated, and that's what they showed today, because they know the cards are going to come down, and it's fun to watch.
I agree with you totally. That's some interesting insights. What was your take on, in your opinion, on Barr's demeanor and body language?
Well, his demeanor was great. He was low key. You could tell when he would get agitated, though. But that's what it is when you're a witness and you're getting grinded by people, and it's just a bunch of crap. Sometimes you show a little emotion, and it's okay to do that. But he always recomposed himself, and you paused on the video I sent you. You paused in one section where he had his tongue in his cheek because he wanted to, go nutso. But as an interrogator, if it was me and I was Verona, thank God I'm not, because she's so ugly. I would have stopped. But she obviously isn't trained well enough. But it's just her desperation. She couldn't stop because she can't. She is loyal to the wrong cause.
Hey, Susie Odom has out in live chat, breaking during the MSNBC interview tonight. Hillary Rodham Clinton said she was not worried if AG Barr reopens the investigation because there is no there, and there never has been. Period. I don't believe her.
That sounds like getting in front of something to me.
Right. There might be a there there.
Trump Pinata's on here because he's always on when I call in. It's great.
He's at the corner of the channel. He hangs out down there.
I'm at the end of the bar. I will interject when I think it's appropriate.
Well, if you ever want to just slide one of those drinks to me, that'd be great.
Yeah, you're probably one of friends that I have known for many years or whatever, who always knows too much information than I know, and therefore always interjects when I'm trying to say some type of story or whatever. Like, well, actually,
yeah, he is. He's in Margaritaville.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
I'll say.
Well, I also wanted to bring up something because Radix had mentioned a little bit of mind control in her piece today, and it was the repetitive mind control. If you repeat. And I think it's funny because Giuliani has said it, and everybody on the Trump staff has said it. William Barr has said it, and that they welcome Bob Mueller to come and testify. And what I thought was funny, if you watch the Democrats when they were on stage, they're questioning almost always their second or third to last question was, do you think Mueller can come here? Why would you hold back Mueller from testifying? Or do you think he should testify? And I'm not sure why they kept asking that. Only thing I can think of is the repetitive nature that, they must be holding him back from testifying. And that's just not the case. They've all said it over and over again that it's okay that he testifies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Ted Cruz pointed out there that it's just such a weak argument trying to spin the story at this point in this fashion. It's hilarious to me, folks.
Yeah, I mean, who else can you get to testify? I mean, the almighty Jesus. I mean, there are a lot of people.
Well, they don't believe in Jesus, so I guess
Right, Satan.
calling it. Well, that's the funny thing is Jeff Sessions is open to be able to testify now because he's not a part of the DOJ. Rod Rosenstein's obviously free to testify come May 11th. And, you know, they've just opened the gate for so many issues for them. And it's just anarchy for that side of the aisle. And the right and the wrong. And this is just, they're the darkness. And we've just got to continue to try to red pill people as much as possible. And you know, I moved away from Oregon because I couldn't handle it anymore. And you saw what happened today to the ICE lawyer. His office in Portland was thrashed. They put a hose through his window and 48 hours of water going into his office, and it destroyed his office. That was Antifa that did that. And, you know, that state is anarchy right now. I mean, and so I live in North Carolina where it's a little more equal. You get your conservative and your liberal views. But at least I have a mouthpiece here, and my vote actually counted this time around. So I was thankful for being in a place where my word actually works. And I've converted a lot of folks to this side. And the funny thing is, you know, I'm 42 years old. It's the younger generation that if you just get a few facts here and there, they're more apt to listen. And I think we, as older Americans, I know you know, some people are going to laugh and say 42 is not old, but you have to talk to the younger generation. Those are the people that are going to be running this country. And you know, 30 years from now, I'll be in my 70s, and I hope I've red-pilled enough folks to be able to have a good place for my kids and my grandkids. But that was the other grandkids. That was the other thing I wanted to touch base on, the desperation. They're subpoenaing Trump's grandchildren's bank records now. They're trying to, and that's just laughable to me. This is outrageous.
Yeah, and folks, what do you guys think that they are going to find in his taxes? What do they really think they're going to find? That he hasn't paid any? That he hasn't paid enough?
No, what they want is they want to know what his assets are so they can attack those and boycott him and try to hurt him.
But really, I mean, what do you guys think, Regan Runners and Drunken Pinata? Who, you know, what are they going to accomplish out of that, even if they do allow it in there? Any thoughts?
Drunk Pinata, you want to go first?
I think that's a fair assessment, Clay. I think that they want to know what the assets are and then try to launch something based on that. I think that they just don't know what it is, so they're just basically fishing for anything. But I mean, regardless, they're at a complete loss, and I think it's going to end up being nothing. I mean, think about what happened the last time they got leaked. What was it? A 2010 return to Rachel Maddow, and it was completely nothing. He actually paid more than almost every single one of the other Democratic Socialist candidates back at that time, that particular year. I think it was 2010.
If I recall correctly, as soon as Trump said he was running, there was some of his properties were trying to remove the Trump letters off the front. I know one of them was South America area and maybe Brazil, if I recall correctly. And I imagine he's just trying to protect the brands that he's purchased and put stock in. Because, you know, they're just going
if you consider the longevity of the plan as we maybe interpret it now, maybe we think, you know, because in the beginning we didn't really know how far back it went. But if you consider that this thing could have been going back since the 80s, considering some of the other things we've learned about his involvement with some of those previous FBI investigations back then, I mean, you got to understand, they had to know that he's just going to have to be absolutely squeaky clean. I mean, failed businesses aside and some sort of questionable things along the campaign trail that we kind of learned about, some of the side businesses. Take that aside, I don't think there's anything like completely illegal about it. And so I think that you know, that's those are the kinds of things they're hoping to find more of, but I doubt they will. Because think about what they've had. They've had almost 5 years now of complete just looking at absolutely everything, and they have nothing. They couldn't even indict a ham sandwich with
Yes.
information they had against him.
Yeah, he's been vetted more than any. Hey, Stoley, I think you're on the wrong channel out there in live chat.
I think one thing, Julian Assange has come out and said when he was interviewed by Hannity that he has absolutely nothing on Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, but he would be a guy that would want to take out a president of the United States. It would be easy, right? And he's got nothing. The other thing too is I think on that same tax form that they released, Drunk Pinata, I think they said that he had paid no taxes on that, but they skipped the line. The MSM had skipped the line of his employee tax that he paid, and it was something close to $10 million or something, which is a huge amount. For me, I wouldn't care if he paid no taxes and he found the loopholes. That's what good accountants do. They find loopholes.
He wasn't in there for the last 30 years writing the damn loopholes like them people in there pointing the fingers at him right now. So I ain't got no problem with any loopholes he uses. It's just
exactly.
Let's just get this ball rolling.
You'd be a dumb businessman if you didn't find the loopholes.
Right. Because he's got better lawyers than other people. He finds loopholes. Whoop-dee.
Well, I mean, he was open about that on the campaign trail. He was always say, "What am I going to do? Pay more taxes?" I mean, come on. If this is what it is, that's what I'm going to do. I'd be a bad businessman otherwise. And that's the kind of points like that is what got him elected.
Well, and let's do a comparison of how much he's given to charity versus everybody else. I guarantee you he's given 10 times the amount of charity as anybody else in the Senate or the House or Obama. I mean, that's one thing is when you lower taxes, which he's done, the charity rates of giving go exorbitantly higher. And it's the conservatives that give to charity through churches, through healthcare, through all of these things. And when you tax the crap out of people, which we've had 8 years of this previously, it lowers the charitable giving. And so when you do that, you're just hurting the American people even more. So you got middle class people who give to charity. Now, they get taxed out the yang and they can't give to the charities that they mostly want to give to. And so this is not only open the door to help people like me who might be lower middle class, and other people, but now I've been able to maybe give charity to people that I want to give charity to, and it just opens up a little extra money. And so, don't be fooled by the taxes. Don't be fooled by his taxes. But in a red pill, in the 1920s, we didn't have health insurance that we do today. Everything was given to the hospitals. There was charitable donations, and people got their health care taken care of. And we've taxed the crap out of people for so long that this is what happens. You run into financial issues.
Yep.
I totally agree with you. Very good point there, Weekend Runners.
Well, I'm going to jump off. You guys have like 10 minutes, and I know you got some stuff to go to, but thanks for letting me come back on, and thanks for gouging me a little bit, I70, with the chicken remark.
I'm glad to hear your voice again. You'll have to come back every now and then.
I will. Thank you.
All righty. Have a good night.
There, Weekend Runners.
Take it easy.
Good call. Thanks for calling in. All right, Deb, do you have any last words for tonight?
Not for tonight, but thank you for letting me come on and hang out with you for the last hour and a half. I really appreciate it.
All righty. We'll see you out in live chat.
On there, Deb. It's always great to hear from you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yep, and we'll catch you out in live chat. Have a good day.
Appreciate all you callers like that who have the courage to come on and speak your mind and join us on the show. And this is what this the biggest part of this platform is about, is the ability for regular people like yourself and myself, and the ability to communicate not just through text on the live chat, but actually through live voice. And in the platform that we use on this channel, even though it isn't a phone system, it's a system that we get to use where we can have multiple callers on at the same time, which I think is pretty cool, because being able to have a little round table discussion with 3 or 4 people from different parts of the world. It's a pretty awesome thing to do, guys, in my opinion. What do you think there, Drunken Pinata? Are you still with us?
I am.
All right. Yeah.
To sign off, I guess, one of the things I was, I tried to bring, I ran out a little bit of time, or we had very little time when we were wrapping up the previous call-in show. I'm sorry. Go ahead, I70.
Hey, we got 8 minutes, so you don't have to hurry.
Well, I was just, before we went late on Pam and 412 show. So I was a little rushed, but I think I had a little bit more time to kind of clarify what I was trying to get across in my mind. So one of the first things that I noticed about when Trump was running is that just how it just is very just there was no BS. There was no platitude. It was absolutely straightforward, and it was very, very refreshing. And I like that we're seeing more of that from the other politicians. We're seeing a lot more of that from Graham, from Cruz, from any of the other ones. Still learning everyone's names now that we can actually kind of appreciate them. And I like that it almost feels interactive now. We're watching these hearings, and you'll think of something in your mind that they should totally ask this, and they totally respond the way you were just thinking. But previously it would just be just more of the same nonsense, more platitude, more like placating, more just glad handing, yes, okay, and the way that we're seeing things run now is that there is absolutely just it's just so much less BS. They're just absolutely getting things done, and they're doing, and we're kind of moving towards not being on, not just trying to be on the side of the winner, but we're on the side of the winner because it's the right thing to do. We are in the right. And I think that that's a very good thing. And I'm really happy with the way things have been progressing.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Very well said there, Drunken Pinata. Yeah. I'm right there behind you on that for sure, man. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm really hoping you guys are going to get some more good candidates, after things kind of start cleaning up. I think you will. And I guess really what it comes down to, I suppose, is just you're going to just, more people stepping up and more people being awake, and supposedly if, it's actually a democratic type election that you have up there, then hopefully that's the way it goes and you'll get the people you want in.
Yeah. No, thank you for those comments for sure. We're going in the right direction here right now in Canada as well. So it's all going good for us around the world. Things are happening, and I didn't get to check in on what's going on down in Venezuela this today or this afternoon, but hopefully things are still progressing there to where we need them.
Hey, there's a new Trump tweet if you'd like to pull it up real quick.
Sure, I can flip over there quick, I think. 1 minute ago. I'll share my screen here. All right.
Thank you, Kimberly Smith, for notifying me in live chat.
And it says, I'm continuing to monitor the situation in Venezuela very closely. The United States stands with the people of Venezuela and their freedom. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm not sure the outcome of this. It's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. Here, do you want communism or do you want socialism?
That's what you think the next guy is coming in is?
Yep.
Right. So it's the lesser of two evils there.
And they're both bad.
Right.
Well, I like Trump's response. He's like, I'm with the people, which is
right.
It's a perfect neutral stance.
You're right. He's I don't think he's behind the guy very much that's everybody's pushing for in the UN and all that.
It almost seems like he was giving Bolton a rabbit to chase with Venezuela, the way I've been reading it. I haven't looked into it as much, but it just seems like they kind of just get in, hey, look at this shiny object over there.
Right. I wonder if it just isn't a shiny object to get them exposed. Their little tactics and kind of give them something to do and just expose their MO.
Yeah.
Taking over countries, putting in puppet governments, raping the resources, killing off the people, causing mayhem. Next country. Sell all their gold, import tons of strangers, start mayhem, overload the system. Next country. Take their resources.
Sounds like the European Union.
Yeah, I mean, it's what they've been doing.
Yep. All right. Well, live chat. It's great to see you guys tonight. Teresa B, I see she's heading out here. This lady here in Ohio has had enough with the migraines today, so she's going off good night. All right. Well, we hope your migraines that maybe going for a good rest will get rid of those migraines. That usually works for me.
Yes, maybe a nice hot shower.
Well, what's new with you, Drunken Pinata? A couple minutes left here. You got anything in the next couple of days, or can we look forward to seeing you on our Friday night show for a good conversation?
I might be around for Friday. I thought of a new idea for another audio meme. Could kind of play with a little bit. We'll look for maybe next week for something on that. I have another video in the works for some 9/11 stuff, as I think I'm finally ready to release that. There's just it's a really, really, really good red pill, and it uses only what uses all mainstream sources. So I'm looking forward to putting that one across.
Very cool.
Awesome. Can't wait to check it out.
I think I've been putting it off for too long. I just think I should, I think I'm a little too perfectionist about it. I just need to just get something out, and then if whatever input, I can try to refine it just later. But I think I just need to just do something, because I think I'm just like way too much in my head about it.
Sometimes you overthink things, right? It's hard not to sometimes.
I sure do every now and then. Yeah. But hey, thank you for calling in. Call back anytime. You're always welcome, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
You too, Drunken Pinata. Thanks very much for calling in. Very appreciate all of your callers here tonight.
On that note, I would like to thank Socha321 for helping out in Discord, getting them.
Thank you very much, Socha, for all the time you spend volunteering for us. It's great. In the Patriot Soapbox, you do a lot of talk.